Hey guys, Apav here, and welcome to a video probably not that many people will get. This is somewhat of just a look over, but I guess we'll call it a review of, well, I don't know how to pronounce it. This is basically the line of Sony brand PDAs. They call them, PDA stands for, what did I say? I said it before in one of my videos, I think. But anyways, they consider this one not a PDA, but a PEO, I guess, Personal Entertainment Organizer, which is basically what PDA stands for. I think it was Personal Digital Assistant or something like that. These were basically what iPads were before the iPad and before smartphones. They were, let me take this thing off because it's kind of rotted over the years. Not rotted, but dried up, so I'm too afraid to move it around. This just comes off. So yeah, this is the Sony line of PDAs they used to make, and they're powered by Palm, which made like their own PDAs and stuff and software for them. And I think that was like it looks like a form of Windows. I hope I'm getting all that information right. Made in Japan before everything started getting made in China. Well, I mean, a lot of crap was made in China back then, but for some reason, Sony only recently started switching to everything in China, like everyone else. Now this I got offline, and I mentioned in a recent video, for $15, which I thought was pretty cool because I, for some reason, always found PDAs interesting. They sort of were around the time I was growing up, like from, I'm not sure how old they've been around, but I think they were at their biggest between 95 and 05, and then, you know, smartphones started coming out and killing these things off, and then the iPad came out and made them completely pointless. But this is just a look back on this old technology. Most of them, from what I can tell, they weren't big for like media devices. It was just for planning, which I find really weird considering a lot of the stuff they have on here would be like, it doesn't seem like an efficient planner. It seems like you would be better off with like a notebook, but there are some cool fun things to play around with it, so I'll show you that. However, I just want to show you what happened to Palm, basically. After Palm got done making software and their own PDAs, because again, this is a Sony PDA, they went on to cell phones to try to keep up with the times. This is my dad's old Palm Pixie. I used to love this thing, actually. I used to play Angry Birds on it. But then we went to Night of Joy at Disney World, and he sat on it, and it broke the screen, and the touchscreen didn't work, and I somehow took it apart and got the screen to work, but it viewed upside down, and the touchscreen had no interaction whatsoever. But I used to think these were pretty cool phones, and yeah, it's just completely busted up, and this thing is like peeling off. I really don't know what's going on with this phone anymore. I've just held on to it though. And then after that, Palm, I think, died off in 2012. So yeah, I don't think they're around anymore. So let's turn this on. It doesn't hold a charge for some reason. I think I need a new battery because there is a battery in here. And if any of you guys know where I can get a PDA battery, especially for this line and everything, please let me know. So with this $15 purchase, it came with the this charger, which is like, I think it's micro USB? No. So, oh, there's a mini USB over there. I don't know what this is. And I guess you could have put different ends on this, but it's really big. It's bigger than the old iPhone chargers. It's also thicker, so that's odd. Okay, got the little light there. And then it just instantly turns on. If you turn it off, it won't hold a charge from what I can tell. This one is not in black and white. This one's actually in color and has a backlight or front light. I can't really tell. The screen might produce its own light like modern screens do. Welcome. The following screen will walk you through setup, which it makes me do every time. There's a stylus, as it just told us, in the side. It also can do crap with infrared, but I don't really know how it works. And it has an old memory card slot for like those really long memory cards that a lot of old Sony cameras used to put in there. This is to sync the stylus. Oh, now it is to sync the stylus. Try to get it right on the center pixel. Yeah. Crap, that probably just screwed everything up. Okay, tap next to, we don't care, we're done. Okay, so address, this was slightly before everyone had a flip phone that could save contacts, so you had an address book for phones and addresses. So yeah, that's that if you don't have photographic memory. Calculator. It's a calculator. I think this is a very well functioning calculator. Also, as you can tell, you have like a search bar, I think. What does this bring up? Yeah, a search bar and a home button. And these are sort of like just home commands, while this you can use to like scroll through. And this is actually not for volume. You can use it one-handed, and then you press in, I think, to select. Yes. I'll show you that later, because that's like one of the funnest things to play with. Come on, go back up. What happened? What did I do? Call the police. Oh, did I change how this thing was organized now? Do I go sideways? What did I do? Crap. Oh, this is a way of filtering through the stuff. I forgot to show that. I don't know how to get new games on this. I think you have to download them and put them on a memory card. Let me get this closer to the screen. Card info, there's no card in here, but you can do something with that. What is this? I think this actually could play video on it, but it had to be a certain format, and I've never been able to figure out how it works. Oh, this just tells you about everything. It's on Palm OS version 4.1. Very old, low resolution crap. 16 megabytes of internal memory. Oh, crap. Do you want to quit this application? Yes. Get me out of here. Okay. Leave that for last because that's the funnest thing to play with. Date book. I think that's just a calendar, right? Maybe I set an alarm. Okay. Yeah, I think it's just to set like plans and stuff, but that, again, this is why I didn't understand this. These things were like personal planners. However, you had to type everything out like this, or I'll get on to this thing, but yeah, it just didn't seem as fast as just bringing a notepad with you. Graffiti? The graffiti writing area. Oh, this is exactly what I wanted to show you. Gives you a little tutorial here. This is basically teaching you how to write with this thing down here. So if you do this, writes an A. If you do this, writes a B. Yeah, you get the point. And it looks fairly simple. I mean, this is how I write most of my... What is that? H-I-J... Oh, that's a K? Why couldn't you just write your K like that? Huh. Apparently you have to write it like that. How in the world is that written? Oh, first I have to go through... Okay. What? Yeah, okay, K. That's really confusing. Hot sync, I think this has a lot to do with the memory card, maybe? Cable? Modem? Oh. Is this hooking it up to your home phone? I'm not really sure what this is. Let's get out of that before I get too confused. This was the audio video player that I have no idea how to work. It says go to that website. I can't remember if I've ever went to that website, but it would be really cool if I could figure that out. Mail. Again, this does not hook up to the internet. There are ones that do hook up to the internet, but those are still quite expensive to get a hold of. And the way this would sync is when you like plug it into your computer, it would sync your messages to your PDA. Memo pad, I think this was one of the things I actually figured out how to work. Now there was a button to pull up the, I think the keypad to type. How did that work? This? No, that pulled up this thing, which I thought was really cool because it looks a lot like the Windows file thing up at the top of all their applications. This is just straight to calculator, phone book thingy. That takes you to your checklist, that takes maybe to your memos. How do I pull up the, I forget how to pull up the, oh, it was down here. Yeah, you click on that. There you go, and then you can, I'll just type Apav for now. And let's see what happens. Yeah, number 1. To-do list, name myself Apav. That will be my list today. I'm going to go to the wherever you go to rename yourself place and rename myself Apav. MS Backup, I think that stands for like Microsoft Backup. I think you can use this as like a flash drive. Pretty sure that, but you need a memory card. Maybe. I don't know because I haven't put a memory card in here. Oh god, what did I just do? No memory stick. 0.1 kilobytes. Good. I can put that on my floppy disk. All that other crap. Photo. Yeah, it comes with one stock photo of a bunch of girls laying on something which looks to be in a pool. This is sort of, I think, just to show off the resolution of the screen. But yeah, that does show you can hold photos on here. Photo stand, because like those, or maybe not. I'm not really sure what's happening here. No registered data exists. I guess we'll never know what happens there. Preferences. Preferences. Security. You can have a password, I guess. Yeah, we'll just, nah. To-do list. This is what I wanted. So you can like, after focusing on it for a while, you can like leave things, hang on, leave a bunch of things to do and you can check them off and you can sort them by different categories, and I think you can make different tabs and you can have different ones show up. Yeah, you can do all this different crazy stuff, and I played with this for a while because I thought this would basically be the only organized sort of app on here that you would want to use, and it has a little quick button. Which button takes you to it? This one. This one takes you to it. Also, the stylus, it looks to be stainless steel and plastic, which I like. It's not like the DS ones, which are completely plastic. I kind of like the weighted feel of a bit of metal in it. WA clock. What's that? Oh, world clock. Okay, that's world clock. Welcome. I think this just does this, you know. Oh crap, it makes you go through the setup again. Ugh. I need this to be very accurate for when I do my last application up here. Go up. By the way, this is a, I think it's worded resistive touchscreen. It's like the one on a DS. You know, it works pretty well. You don't have to like, you know, press really hard, and it seems to focus on everything you're poking at. Let's do the highest resolution, 320 by 320. And you can draw. It's amazing. I know. And you can draw circles out of squares. You make it like a square shape and it draws a square, and then you make another square shape and it draws a circle. Yeah. I played with this a while, and I try to save stuff and it doesn't save anything, so I guess I really need to figure out how to get a memory card on here. And you can choose your thickness and color. I think there's a button where you can choose from a bunch of different other colors, and there's eyedropper. I never understood how that one worked. Yeah, and you can draw like a face, so I can do this. Okay, that will be my new avatar for everything. and you can save it, but it doesn't really seem to want to save, so I don't care right now. And as you can see, here's the battery that doesn't seem to want to charge at all. And then as soon as I unplug it, the thing turns off. Also, it locks, just like iPhones. You press the button, and then you press it again. It's amazing, you know. High resolution. This wasn't even the highest of standard def resolutions, but it's pretty good for the time, I guess, and for being pretty cheap. A lot of people complained on the reviews I saw from like 10 years ago, saying that this, don't complain about it because it's just a cheap PDA. It does everything that it should do, and it does it well. However, it can do music and video, so I don't know what exactly people were complaining about. From what I can tell, most Palm PDAs back then, a lot of them didn't even have a colored screen, and the ones that, you know, actually did have a color screen and that people would actually probably use, they were massively expensive. So I guess this was sort of the middle of the road thing. I'm not completely sure. There was one that came out in 2004 that I really want to get. It had an MP3 player on it, and it just seemed to be more easy to use, but it doesn't look like a PDA. It looks like some sort of massive flip phone. So I'm just sort of waiting to get that. The average ones are around $50. I just thought this was really cool because it was like $10, and I could get one for $10. As I've said before, I really like getting technological thingies. I know, amazing wordage there, for cheap prices. It just makes me want to buy it because I feel like anything that has electricity running through it is worth something. I don't know why. So like even when I see a broken TV, I don't want it to get thrown out, or like this old Palm here that's broken, I just feel horrible about it getting thrown out for some reason, because I feel like it has value for some, with I guess the materials or something. So yeah, that was a blast from the past. I'll leave a link in the description for one of these things. The pictures looked like a slightly different software, I think, so who knows what you'll actually get, but I think most of them were fairly cheap. Again, I got this one for $10. I can't assure you that the one you'll get is $10, but yeah, I thought they were pretty cool, and for years I've always wanted one, so I'm like, why not? Right in front of me is a VHS player with a Snapple on top of it. Just thought I should add that to the random crap that I'm showing you all today. Oh, yeah, and you can probably see in the background the typewriter, so amazing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Next time I'll probably show you something that isn't massively out of date. Maybe I will. I have no idea. Bye.